Okay, children, we will start today with a new property, or we can say a new criteria for congruency. We completed side congruency rule. We completed side angle side congruency rule. Then we did angle side angle congruency rule. Correct? Also, today we are going to start with a new congruency rule that I will tell you later. Let us revise this. Side. All the three sides of both the triangles should be equal, corresponding. Here, two sides and angle between them. You can see A is written in between. So, two sides and angle between them. And then angle side angle, that means two angle and side between them. Okay, this is how you can remember. Now, today we are going to start the fourth criteria. And it is for the right angled triangles. It is for the right angled triangles. Okay, so that is why it is known as the RHS congruency rule. Okay, now we all know the bigger side, or you can say the side opposite to the right angle, is the hypotenuse. Yes, so if the hypotenuse of both the side triangles is equal and any of the two sides of the right angle is equal, corresponding, okay, is equal, then the two triangles are said to be congruent. Once again, if the hypotenuse of the two triangle is equal and any one corresponding side of the right angle is equal, then the two triangles are said to be congruent triangles by RHS congruency rule, that is right hand side congruency rule. Okay, so corresponding side means either perpendicular has to be equal or base has to be equal, and hypotenuse is a must. Hypotenuse has to be equal, otherwise the triangle is not triangle is not congruent. Okay, so this is the RHS congruency. Now, depending upon the RHS congruency, we have a try these. Let's go through those try these. Try these is given in page 148. In these figures, measures of some parts are given. You have to apply the RHS rule and find out whether the triangles are congruent or not. So, the first one. Hypotenuse is equal, but one corresponding side is given, that is only perpendicular, which is not equal. So, directly you can write no. Then we go to second one. I will make the triangle. This is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. This is 3.5. So, side opposite to the 90 degree, that is the right angle, is always the hypotenuse. So, hypotenuse is equal. Then we have to check the corresponding side. So, 2 centimeter, 2 centimeter. You can see the perpendicular is also equal. You can say, or you can say the base is equal. Okay. So, yes, they are congruent. Okay. So, the triangle is congruent. Yes, and we have to write the sign of congruency. We have to show the symbol. So, ACB, triangle ACB is congruent to triangle BDA. BDA. Corresponding side, we are writing A is this side, so B will also come this side. Okay. So, this completes the second one. Then we do the third one. Third one is 90, this is 90, this is 3.6 and this is 3.6. Okay, now first you find out the hypotenuse. Who will be the hypotenuse? The side which is just opposite to the right angle. This is the side AC and AC. So AC and AC for both is common, so it will be equal. Then you can see these two sides are also equal. So yes, it is congruent. So you can write yes, and then triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ABC. This completes the third one. Then we go to the fourth one. What is the fourth one here? Here, you can see triangle PQR is there. Actually, two triangles. Triangle PSR and triangle PSQ and PSR. You can say. Okay. This is the right angle. So side opposite to the right angle is the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is equal. That means we can go ahead. Then we check any one side, corresponding side. You can see the perpendicular. PS is common for both, so PS is equal to PS. So yes, the triangles are congruent. So you can write yes, PSQ is congruent to triangle PSR. This completes the fourth one. Then we go to the fifth one. Oh, there is no fifth one. There is question number 2. It is to establish RHS congruency rule for triangle ABC and triangle RPQ. So let's make triangle ABC and triangle RPQ. Chota we'll make because there is no place. Triangle ABC. Triangle ABC and triangle RPQ. ABC and RPQ, where angle B and angle P are 90-degree angles. Okay, and AB is equal to RP. AB is equal to RP. So these two things are given. We have to find out the third characteristic for a triangle to be congruent by RHS rule. So what is that? Hypotenuse. Hypotenuse has to be equal. So these two are given. That is, angle is given and this is given. We have what is the third criteria? Is the hypotenuse. So AC is equal to RQ. If this is equal, then triangle is congruent. Then question number 3 in figure 7.33. Let me make the figure. Where is 7.33? Here. This is 90-degree. So BD and CE are altitudes. BD and CE are altitudes and BD is equal to CE. BD is equal to CE, means these two are equal. Okay. So state the 3 pairs of equal parts in triangle CBD and triangle BCE. Triangle CBD and triangle BCE. You can see first and foremost this is given. ठीक है, जो given है वो लिखें. What is given? BD is equal to CE. You can write it as given, and what is given? Angle, these are 90 degree, that is BEC, or you can write the same CEB, not same, you cannot write same. Angle CDB, angle CDB or BDC, anything. Okay, D has to come in between. And angle CEB or BEC, angle BEC, both are 90 degree. Yes, because they are 90 degree angle. Okay, so this is the second thing. And what is the third thing here? Hypotenuse. It is common for both. So BC is equal to BC. You can write here common. Hence, these two triangles are congruent by RHS rule. So these are the three parts what you had to write. Write in book. Then second one is triangle CBD is congruent to BCE. Yes, they both are congruent. You have already written the three things. So you can write yes by 1. Then third one is triangle DCB equal to EBC. Is angle DCB equal to angle EBC. Angle DCB equal to EBC. Yes, why? Because they are the parts of the congruent triangles. So, by congruent parts of congruent triangles, they are equal. So, this is fourth one. No, this is third one. So, this was first. This was second. So, we are writing for this only, na? Yes. By CPCT. CPCT means congruent parts of congruent. They are the inner part, na? They are the parts of the congruent triangles. That is why they are also equal. So this completes question number 3. We have to start with question number 4 now. Starting with question number 4, the last question. Right angles, okay. Now, ABC is an isosceles triangle. ABC is an isosceles triangle with AB is equal to AC. AB is equal to AC. Yes, that is why it is an isosceles triangle. State the three pairs of equal parts in triangle ADB and ADC. In triangle ADB and ADC, we have to state the three parts of the triangle. Am I correct? Three parts of the triangle? Yes. So here, three parts. First part is AB is equal to AC, which is given. Then angle ADB is equal to angle ADC. Then this, you can say this is the perpendicular. Okay, so this D will be the midpoint of BC. So BD is equal to DC. BD is equal to BC. So these are the three parts for the first one. In triangle ADB and ADC. Or instead, we don't know this, so just write AD is equal to AD. This also we can write. Okay. Because it is common. So, because it is not given whether it is the median or not. So, is it dividing it? Is D the midpoint? We cannot say. So, better to write AD is equal to AD because it is common for both. So, obviously it will be same. So, this completes the first one. Then, is triangle ADB congruent to ADC? Yes, it is because we have done this. So, by this the triangles are congruent. So, you can write yes by 1. Okay, because it is fulfilling all the three properties, yes, characteristics. That is why it is congruent by RHS rule. Then going to the third one, is angle B is equal to angle C? Angle B is equal to angle C. Yes, why? CPCT, congruent parts of congruences. The triangles are congruent, so angle B and angle C is a part of those congruent triangles. That is why they are also equal. Is BD is equal to CD? Is BD equal to CD? Now yes. BD is equal to CD. Yes. Why? Again CPCT. They are also the parts of the congruent triangles. Okay. Since we have proved the triangles congruent, so by since the triangles are congruent, their parts are also congruent. Each and every part is also, corresponding part is also congruent. So this completes the try these children. Now exercise 7.2 we are going to start tomorrow.